Oh my god.
Actually, one skip on the loyalty.
That was the way, 3 years ago?
2.
Probably 2 years. Ah, okay. Yes.
So, first question di Mamra Habo, the Narek anyway, urged you me one. I think first time travel penny syrup to do. But kada be on the same idea, travel baby penny.
Okay. So it was back in right after my college in Thailand to do my masters, and then that's when I actually started to travel, and then Thailand, Nigeria. Then I was in Singapore, I was in Myanmar, I was in Cambodia, and to me all these countries looked alike, similar food, similar dress up, similar people, but I felt Bhutan was so different when I went to these countries, and it was very different. And that's when I thought, instead of exploring these countries, how about exploring my own country and writing story about my country, Silabe. So that was one of the inspiration. I have so many inspirations, but that was one of the first. Then secondly, the Master's Tourism Management. So when you do Masters, you have to read a lot. And then my MA was on tourism management. So Bhutan literature on tourism was very less. So that's when again I thought maybe I could play some role there, could be researcher, could be anthropologist, say. So I wanted to be someone in tourism field. So that was another reason. And third strong reason was when I was in Thailand, I got to teach in prison in fact, I was the first foreigner to teach in prison as communication lecturer. So I went to teach there, and every time I went there, prisoners didn't, because they knew I was foreigner, right? So they would ask me, "Teacher, have you been to that place?" "Where?" "North." "I come from there." I say, prisoners used to teach me. Like, I come from this place, I come from that place. In my village, our food is this one, very special. You should try, you should go, you should explore, no? So that's when Thailand, I started to go around the social district. I used to go there. Then when I returned, I would tell them every weekend, hey, I went to that place, I went to that place. And one time, prisoner literally, she had tears in her eyes. Because I told her, I went to Nakhon Sawan, because she was from that place. And then she got very excited. She was like, "Oh, is it there? Is that monument there? Did you go to that garden? It's very popular." And I said, then she cried. She cried, and I was like, "What's happening?" Then she was like, "I want to go home again, Because, so then when I was telling story about her village, I could feel that glimmer of hope in her to do better in prison. So the storytellers so and as an outsider explore, and when I tell a story, then I became the storyteller. Then it just made her so happy, although she was not able to come out of the prison. So that's when I realized how powerful storytelling is. Very powerful. So then I was like, damn, I need to go back home and start exploring and writing story.
Secondly, my customer actually podcast today, but still actually unforgettable destination.
It would still be the same. Okay, but let's deflect to what I said on podcast. Unforgettable and remarkable has to be Phokchika, because that was the first place I visited as DenkarsGetaway in Malay. First place, literally. Bus na because I was very broke, I didn't have money, and then my source of income was zero. So I was trying to, explore the cheapest means to travel. Bus from Thimphu to Phokchika, it was around $70 or something, very cheap. So I remember first time I went in the bus, the moment I stepped my foot on, I landed on cow dung. Yeah, and that was like, whoa, what an auspicious sign to start DenkarsGetaway. So that's something which I'll never forget. But I did feel so lonely that time.
아닌데 기대.
I know, because Portugal was so romantic. I was like, shit, I wish I could with like someone.
Maya aşımgen buktadıre me apayma hani turizmle rağmen andıda Portugal jogonovi böyle jomisuva degasın guesti böyle garipakjo de Portugal de tempole mogar to tempo anzınca da atire tarzı
You should go next time with your boyfriend. Yeah, with your boyfriend.
How do you balance the need for adventure with the desire of your relaxation during a trip?
How do I balance between adventure and relaxation? Personally, for me, it's very different. I'm not a city girl. I don't like city. I would always prefer to be in my solitude. Basically, I seek to be alone. I seek to be away from city. I seek to be away from people, and this is something many people do not know about me. And then for me, adventure is my relaxation. When I go on a hike, when I go on a trek, no matter how gruesome it is, no matter how tiring it is, I find bliss in there, and that's the beauty of traveling and adventure.
And first vlog mountain climbing and climbing.
Did you go?
I was like crying, but then my dad
Did you go?
Yeah, I went to
that's
like
nice,
small
yeah.
different types of places.
That's how you started.
I was like, I want to go mountain climbing.
Wait, Apa you cheat benime? Apa seems like cheated her. Okay.
Then next question is like the Asian places haram jinara emotion with is there a place you have been that changed your perspective on life?
Yes. If you have read my book, then I'm sure you know about it. Many places. It's like every time I go to different places, it teaches me something. It teaches me something at first place. Secondly, every time I go to that place and then return, I come out as different person because I would have discovered something within me as well. So every places have like different essence to it, but people plays a vital role in it because it really enhances your travel experience or it messes up your travel experience. So when I went to Ruka, I went with a Drayangi girl who was a performer in Thimphu. And as you know, we look down so much on these girls, like, dancer mein, Drayangi dancer mein, and we think so negative about them, no matter how educated we are. And still now, like, sometimes when I bump into them, I have this, and remember, I'm like, okay, I look down. So I went to this very place, Ruka, with the dancer, and she was the queen in the village. Because with her grinding in Thimphu town, she's making money and she was actually helping back at home. So that experience, like, it changed like lots within me on how I should be seeing people. So that was very different.
Next one is like as you mom travel business at 20, I always keep update on Asian posts, but I know Asian family close video but still then, how do you connect like with the loved ones? Especially long trips na the network the connection with the love.
It's like if I'm going off grid, like especially trekking, that's only when I get off network. I always let them know, and they very much know about my itinerary because I always tell them like, if I'm going to Lingji to Laya, which takes about like 5 days trek and stuff, I tell them day 4 I'll be in Laya. So by then they would know that I will be accessible. So it's always beforehand. I let them know I'm trekking, I'll be off network so that they don't have to worry, and then I don't have to be worried at the same time. Yeah, but as always, like they're always worried.
Next kidi ajimgi movie de jigabi. Like, have you ever expected that ajim chalagi nakole ma movie ji?
Never. I never expected, and I never wanted to. This just came. It wasn't surprise, but our director Charmi Cheddar, she's very talented, versatile. So she was the one who actually pursued me to get myself on film. And then I did ask her, why should I be on film? I'm already doing enough. You know what I mean? I love to be affiliated myself as a blogger rather than being an actress, because this is what I want. I'm not like belittling the actresses and stuff, but this is what I always wanted, and this is what I will always be as DenkarsGetaway. But the story was great, and director was telling me it's an experience, new experience, go for it. And that's when I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. So this is my first film. Hopefully not the last.
The first time movie them how did you feel? Like first
nervous. I was very nervous. Oh, I was very nervous because movie to the so you know, the DenkarsGetaway. I've seen enough of myself, no? I'm vlogging, I'm like literally everywhere on social media. But to be on movie is next level in my world. It's big screen, it's a silver screen, like thousands of people are watching you at one go, and then you put yourself up there to be judged. Remember the like screen, you know, many people watching you, and then they will always have judgments over your performance. And then for that judgment, I was very nervous, but I think I've given my best. I mean, of course, there will be room for improvement, but I gave my best. But yes, very nervous, overwhelming, but people loved it.
Yeah, you hadn't told me that. I wanted to ask this question. Like Ajimgi character movie, I want to ask right now. Like Ajimgi character, how would you describe her? Like Ajim the character, like is there any similarities or differences?
There is similarity when it comes to charitable heart. Like as DenkarsGetaway, I love helping people. I believe in kindness. At least walking, being kind. You know what I mean? Like being kind. And in movie, I'm very kind, very compassionate, very charitable. But what is different is the character. Movie now, I play the role of Yang Chen. So Yang Chen is someone who is very hurt, who is very lonely, who is very introvert. Whereas this Denka is like extrovert. I'm not lonely. I'm like out and about. I'm so loud. So that way it's very different. And I remember my husband telling me, we watched my first movie together. So he was like, honey, I have to tell you something. I said, what? He was like, I don't like Yang Chen. I love my Denka better. Please don't be Yang Chen. Even though when you watch the movie. Yeah.
The first time shooting like, was there any difficulties? Like, camera but then still was there any nervousness?
I don't think so. No. Probably because I'm so used to camera. So camera-wise, I was not nervous. But movie the vlogging.
Vlogging the continuous.
Yeah, it's like I get it done. Like, hey, DenkarsGetaway is here. Done. I don't need to retake again and again from different angle. Remember, whereas for movie, it's like. You cry. Suddenly your director says, cut, next lens. So then you have another camera right here, and then cut. Then you have another shot from me, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so different from vlogging. So that was a little challenging for me to keep my mood like on the point.
On the way, and then it's different.
Exactly. So it's like, so difficult. That's why I have huge respect for actors and actresses.
Like, look the same.
Yeah, look the damn. Imagine crying, like, laughing is fine, like, crying is like crazy.
Like, as you move naturally.
I cried naturally, and the way I cry, it's crazy. So when I cry, okay, you don't be surprised. I usually, it's like, ngay dear the amching movie to but hap things ngay you the like hap the movie no that's ngay hap ten the dear mother hap ten when I was actually crying. And when I cry, I literally go like the juma thing. So there's Joda ngay sound director the and my to the headphone namchun na ke go so kote hurt feel better no ngam uda kote ngam phane. This guy was crying with me. He was literally crying, and every time I have my crying scene, he would be like, Jenka, can you please not cry? But that was like, good luck.
Movie emotional, I just get into it.
Yeah. It's very emotional. Our movie is very emotional. Even like this is my so today will be my 5th time watching the movie. I do get emotional every time, like because I put myself as young Jen when I watch the movie, and it hurts me even more than how I was playing. Because when I was playing, I was just playing the role of young Jen. Ngai role na ngai back end story, ngai relation so the so right now when I watch the movie, I connect every dot. It's like damn, so different. Yeah, so. But yeah, you see Tama and let me know. Oh my god.
Secondly, the one thing so say you love traveling.
Yeah.
Like in the future, like after 2-3 years or maybe 5 years, Kibana, would you say you'd still continue traveling itself, or like continue with your filming and then traveling both?
I might rather want to do Denkar's Getaway more than anything. And yeah, Denkar's Getaway, undoubtedly, and come out with few books. I think I'll focus more on writing. So yeah, be Denkar's Getaway that I am, and publish more books. Movies, I don't know, man. But no, I was saying like I would play the role of movie if the role is like I want to play that role of rich kid, you know what I mean? Just because I'm not born rich in this life doesn't mean I cannot play rich, right? So I want to play that richest kiddo movie where I'm like, oh, I want to fly that jet, like pink jet, you know? I want this chauffeur to drive me in my Lamborghini. I want to fly that chopper, like I want to live that life. But I know that Bhutan don't have much.
But still, then I still rich.
Right, yeah. And it's like I want to play that rich kiddo, like be the rich and wild kid.
Like I should be chasing stuff, and then
but I want to be next level richer. Like next level. I want to eat eat gold for gold as my pancake in the morning. I want to drink gold coffee. Oh my god, it's like
everything for goldness.
Oh my god, I want to play. If that role ever exists, and if director offers me, yeah, and
assume travel with something, but then worldwide assume like last and best destination the future you do. Like have you ever decided that you want to go to this place no matter what in future?
Oh yeah, definitely. World as in I've so far explored about 14 countries, and I've always wanted to go Europe tripping, but that's something in my mind, and I know I will make it there someday. But with my husband, I want to travel the world. Also with my sister, I want to do the world tour again. So I might need to make lots of money for now to travel, but yeah, definitely. And one place in my mind, Santorini in Greece. Greece, nothing but white building. Blue, yeah. That's the place where I want to go. Yes, yeah. I want to go there. Where do you want to go?
For me, Norway. I love Norway, the culture, the places, snow and this.
Wow, Norway, huh? But I don't mind. Yeah, it is Scandinavian countries. It's expensive. I wouldn't mind going to Sweden just to see the Northern Lights. Finland,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like assume since now you have done everything, imagine like experience what would you say as a vlogger, traveler, or in like beginning actor to a young people like me and everyone who's like looking forward to travel, make vlogs, and this advice as you need?
I think my advice would first be to find your passion, what you're interested in, what you're passionate about, and then be confident in pursuing the passion. Because no matter how passionate you are, if you don't have confidence, then it will get you nowhere. So you have to have passion, you need to have confidence, and with that you have to be very authentic. Just be yourself. Because apparently people like us, we seek to be someone. Oh, I want to be like the big Padokar, I want to be like Priyanka Chopra, I want to be like DenkarsGetaway. It's like bad. No, you should never aspire to be someone. Aspire to be the better version of yourself. Aspire to be even better than your role model. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why I don't have a role model. Like if you ask me, who do you look up to? Of course, wholehearted His Majesty the King, very admirable leader. That's there. But as a like, do you really have a role model? I don't have one, because I know that person is human. That one person can be human. That one person can be flawed, and I can never seek 101 inspiration from this single person. So what I do, I have like many people I look up to, and the best traits that they have, then I get it. Priyanka Chopra, how bold she is, I get it from there. Robin Sharma, how smart he is with the books, like I get it from there. Then there are different people like Jay Shetty, he's good as orator, how influencing he is when it comes to speaking. So for me, I seek like inspiration from this person, that person, and make it a package full of perfect person, but illusionary for me. So this would be that person that I want to be. Not any of these persons which
like
I see. Yeah, Anigaro Zombe. So yes, so that illusionary person I create, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be that person and beat every one of them. But
like characters.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's something I always tell young people, like, just try to be the better version of yourself and never seek to be someone. Otherwise, you'll just be walking with a shadow, like you'll be walking behind their shadow, like, DenkarsGetaway Chauthi Bemi. Do you want to be known as DenkarsGetaway Chauthi Bemi? Hell no, right? So for that, you really need to create something different, or just like do something very different. Yeah, and that would be my advice. Thank you so much. That was a very tough question. With this, we are done with the interview. Thank you for watching us. Bye.